So here we are, lovely sunny day in Dublin. I'm going to be using these moulds, these lion moulds, to produce a couple of lion statues. These are matching pair. And these are called shell moulds. They don't have any inner lining, so there's no latex associated with these. These are made of ABS plastic, and they divide into three pieces. You can see the seams there, and they're held together with these plastic screws. Okay, so a lot of people don't like these because they create seams where the pieces join together. But to be honest, I don't really think that's a problem, as most two-part molds or three-part molds anyway certainly will give you a seam. So these are okay, but they're not expensive. If you were to buy these in latex and fiberglass, they'd probably cost several hundred. These, for the two, I think was about like 130 delivered from China. So they're not bad. I've made a few lines from them. The quality is okay, so I'm going to continue to use them. So today we're going to mix up some concrete. I'm going to get these poured. Just put them back there. Now, so my concrete mix. I've got a bag of cement here. Okay. So I'm going to put 3 to 1. 3 sand to 1 cement. I'll start with the cement for no reason. So I have 5 cement. I'm going to add 15 sands, but my special ingredient is this post 10, which is quick setting concrete. I'm going to use it up because I have it. It's expensive. It's okay for pouring small wall plaques, but I don't think it's good for larger items that require a lot of strength. I don't think it's particularly strong for being moved around. But I'm going to use it up, so I'm going to mix it in here with my concrete. So I'm going to have 15 parts of the sand now. These measurements are going to be pretty rough, but I know this mixture is okay. So that's the sand that I'm using. It's called paving sand. It's a mixture of fine and rough sand, so that alleviates the need for putting gravel in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Now I probably lost count already, so I think we're at 11, so 4 more. Yeah, that's a lovely day. It's really warm sitting in the sun here. It's great. If anybody says I can't count, I know I can't count. Well, I can count, but I couldn't be bothered at this point. So that's the way it is. It's probably right. The results will be variable, but I think it's okay. Okay, so we have roughly the 3 to 1 mixture of sand and cement. I'm just going to quickly give it a dry mixing. You see there's a few bits in that cement. It's starting to go clumpy now. It's not dead. The cement hasn't died or anything. It's been open for a while, so the next move is to start attracting moisture when it goes hard. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to dump in this post 10, not all of it. About half of it. I'm going to mix that in. There you see. Now, I'm not quite sure if I have enough to do the 2 lines. I certainly have to do 1 with a bit left over, so I'm going to have to mix this up as I go. Now, that's the cement, the sand, post 10. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour my water. A little bit to start. I'm going to mix that with this shovel. Okay, so time for mixer. I think it's plugged in. Let's see now in a second. No. I forgot to plug it in. This is literally no perfect planning. Be back in a minute. Okay. So, got that sorted, I think. Now, I'm going to give this a mix. Low speed. Okay, so more water. Okay, so here's what's happened. I put in far too much water. This isn't going to be suitable with that level of viscosity. It's far too runny, and it's not going to set hard. Well, it's set hard, but it won't set strong. So I'm going to start again. More cement. Two big ones. The rest of this sand. It's like making a cake. That should approximate to the original. I'm still going to put a little bit of cement in there for the sake of a job well done. It's looking better already. Now, give it a mix. Okay, now it's better, but I still think it's a bit on the wet side. I'm going to put a bit more of this in now. Okay, dump that in. Not too much. That's what it looks like. Give it another mix. Okay, that's much better. Now, this is what our mix looks like now. I'm actually in two minds as to whether or not I think this is still too wet. I'm not actually sure. I should have probably mixed it, or I probably should have waited. Okay, I'm gonna put a bit more of this in. There we go. Maybe carrot. This stuff will set like concrete. if it goes in the way I want it to, there won't be any issues. I'm just not bothered. Now, here's Evo set. This is a plasticizer and it's a concrete accelerator all in one go. So it means the concrete doesn't have to sit in the mold for as long. So basically half the time. Now I have demolded concrete objects after 1 day, 24 hours. I think they're better if they stay in the mold for 2 days. And in the case of these lines, I might even leave them for 3 days because I don't want any little pieces of the, because there's no latex in here, these are plastic, little pieces of the sculpture might stick to the inside of the mold. This I do not want. So this will speed up the process. It'll set very hard. I'm going to put a splash in there. Okay. Great. Now we'll get going. Okay, that should do the trick in terms of mixing. It should be all right. Now I'm going to get the first mold over here. That's our line mold there. I'm just going to grab something real quick. Now I'm going to need this and I'm going to need this. So I'm going to put the mix in gradually because I don't want bubbles. Bubbles are the number one enemy of this kind of thing. In it goes. Give it a good tap. This is the face area you see I'm pouring for, so this is important. I don't want bubbles. I can fill them in, showed in another video how to fill in bubbles. I can fill them in, but I prefer not to have to. Using the pull. And hopefully this will break up the bubbles that there might be. And give it a tap, knock the bubbles out, and we carry on. Same again. This is actually a 10 hole. Waste not, want not. I always say, don't throw things out if you don't want to, if you don't have to. You can always repurpose. That's what our mix looks like now. You can see that. Okay. I might in fact have enough cement and enough concrete mix to do the two. I'm going to shovel that in there. It's just at the line of where the paws are. There's a bit of detail there, so I need to be aware of. So I'm going to slosh this around. Any bubbles out. I don't see a lot rising, so maybe the mixture is good. Give it a tap of our trusty hammer. Okay. Okay, so this thing is getting heavy, so I'm going to put it into the mop bucket that he's going to sit in until it's ready to take out of the mold, until it goes hard. Okay, so we'll put our concrete in. Spooning it away. give it another slush around. Shake, let the bubbles out. Some people have a shaking vibrating table, as they call it. Now I used to use it was a fitness vibrating plate for this, and I really never found that the vibrating plate made much difference. Still get the same amount of bubbles, so it's the amount of space that it took up. I didn't find that it was it justified its keep, but that's just me. And I'm not doing things on an industrial scale, which probably makes a difference. You can't shake all of your, especially big heavy moulds. I'm sure you can just pick them up and shake them around. Anyway, so this is the top of our, we're in the top. So give it a slush there. And I'm going to give it a tap around. There's detail around the sides here. Scroll work. I'm going to give that a tap around the bubbles there. So you get the bubbles where there's undercuts. Okay, so that's our first line. Our first line is poured. And we'll bring it inside and we'll get cracking on the other one. So the other line here, it looks like it's going to rain, so I want to get a move on now. This mixture here, there's not enough to do the line. I'm going to start to pour it into the head anyway. Slush it in there. Shake it around. It's up to the chin on the line now. You can see from there. So I have to make some more, and I'm going to have to make it pretty quickly because with the sunshine, the warmish weather, and the concrete accelerator, there's a pretty good chance it's going to start to set on me. So I'll put this in the bucket and I'm going to make more mixture real quick. Now, this is all by eye. I'm just dumping this in. Not all of it. There we go. I should probably wear breathing equipment for this. Anyway, some of that. It's like making a cake. And a whole load of this. So, these lines are going to have slightly different consistencies, I think. Who cares? We'll get them made. There's a lot more mixture in this than there was in the last. Water in there. Give it a mix. More water. Of course, too much water. That's great. Pardon my French. That was an alarm came up on my phone. I thought it was this thing running out of battery or something like that. Anyway. Okay, so because I rushed it, again, it's too wet. I need more of this. There's already a good whack of cement in there, so I'm going to put the rest of this in and see what occurs. Okay, still too wet, needs more sand. I really hope this sets now after all this. Okay, from next video, I swear to you, I'm going to measure everything out. And I won't use bad language. I won't use bad language when I think I see a notification on my phone, okay? You'll have to excuse me. I had a bad start. Went to the hardware shop to buy the cement and the sand, and the guy on the back seat, because there was something in the boot, so he puts it on the back seat and there was a rip that size in the cement bag. It's actually going everywhere. I told him it was okay, but when I think about it, I got to go back and I'm going to tell them that I need them to vacuum it off, because it's a mess. That wasn't a great start at all. Okay, so I think it's still too wet. I'm going to put some more cement in. This is going to set like concrete. It's going to be very, very hard indeed. I can tell by looking at it how it's going to set. I'll put a bit more sand in. Units, okay. Let's get it mixed and get it poured. Okay, so that's enough for the mixing. I'm going to get my line over here. Oh, heavy. It's too old. Now, something's coming out again. It's great. We're going to get our line over here again, and I've made a lot of concrete today. A lot. That's going to do some other things as well. No doubt about it. So we get her in. Okay, so the concrete's in there. And a few flushes of our trusty pole. Get a bit, make sure the poles are filled. Poles have some detail there. That's important. Okay. The whole thing's important. And you see the amount of material these line molds use, so I don't want major mistakes in them. Give the finish a whack here with our hammer. Okay, so more concrete. Maybe if I continue this, and maybe if I expand this, I'll probably get those proper cement mixers. And at the moment, this is the way I'm doing things. Pour it in there, nearly up the top. Give it a good slushing. Empty any air bubbles out of there. I'm going to work it in to the sides. Okay, so that's it, more or less full. Quickly give it the tap. Okay, and that's our line mold. I'm going to leave them here like that. These are mop buckets. They're fine to hold up. There's a bit of sand on the bottom just for the sake of the weight. And they're fine like this. Okay, so that's it. I have a load more concrete here. I'm going to pour that into something else. So, stand by for part 2 and I tidy up.